Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Silent Hill 2. Wait a minute. What have I... Oh, there she is. I was so worried for a second. I'm like, hold on. We're missing somebody. We have one of the rings from last time, which is the copper ring. We need to get back into the day room, I think. Or is it the bait? What floor am I on right now? Third floor? Okay. I'm trying to... Wait, what's going on with this damn thing? Okay, so I have a new controller. I'm trying to break in. I'm trying to use it. And so this one might be a little wonky. I don't know. It's giving me some shit already. And just by the fact that it's already giving me this much shit anyway, it's just like, yeah. Which room was it that we needed to go back into, though? Like, it should be on the third floor, correct? What is it, the storeroom? Ah, it might be, actually. But there's that room we need to go back into that has the fridge, which I could have sworn was on the third floor. But then again, I think that specific thing I'm talking about is not what I'm talking about. I don't know. Because, like, I think the storeroom is something else. I don't think the storeroom's what I think it is. Because if I remember correctly, the fridge is in a big set of double doors, and this is not it. This leads into the box room. I could look it up. I do have just in the background for just the off chance that I ever need it, because we're going to have to go get that wrench after this. And, yeah, spoiler alert, we're going to have to go back to the streets again. And that's where there's going to be a wrench we have to go find. And that's going to be a pain in the ass to have to remember how to get there dead offhand. Like, there's always a chance that I could just remember how to do it. But then again, this is me we're talking about. Yeah, see, like, I hit X and it does that. Like, hell, I think you know what I think it is? This might be like a turbo controller thing. Because I'm holding X. See? It does that shit. I mean, yeah, if I tap it slightly, then it works, but... Unless that just is normal for Silent Hill 2 doing that, which... I don't think so. I'm going to check real quick, make sure that I remember exactly which door it was we need to get into. This, I think, just shows pretty much everything. You know, I have no memory of it whatsoever. Well, there's the bottom floor storeroom. That could be it. I know this is probably going to piss off like a ton of people. If they're not already pissed off as is, just watching me play Silent Hill 2 anyway. They're probably like, what the fuck? Like, why are you playing this and not fucking Resident Evil 4 like you were playing like a second ago? Hang on, let me turn some things up. You know what? I could just double check, actually. Because we're already here. I might as fucking well. No, basement's something else. Oh, it's the second floor day room. Okay. See, this is why I'm checking things, just in case, because I don't... Yeah, I really should have practiced this. I really should have done, like, a practice run to remember all this stuff. I don't think I have access to... I don't think I have access to get to the second floor via the stairs. I don't think I do. But I don't know. Alright. Yeah, once again, sorry. I know. It's like, oh, you're cheating, but... Hell, I do this when I'm playing RE2, actually. Or even sometimes it's RE4. Like, I'll look up very specific treasure locations again, because it's like, where the fuck are they again? And it's funny, too, because, like, it's only been, like, I think a week since I've done an episode of Silent Hill 2, and I've already forgotten where the damn fridge was, and instead of just going my way to look for it, I'm being dumb. But then again, like, looking at the map, it clearly states, at least for me... Oh, of course it doesn't. The one fucking time that it finally shows up, like, I get all my maps confused and everything. It's kind of fucking with me. I do know for a fact that the third floor has the copper and lead ring door. The painted lady door. I know that for a fact. And that's a very dangerous door to go through, actually, funny enough. We'll see why. But when I'm playing RE2... Wait a minute, what? God, I really must have forgotten everything I've done. I'm just wasting fucking time. I wasted like 5 minutes of your guys' time. Like, actually 5 minutes. I just looked over. It's like 5.5 minutes. It's like, oh my fucking lord. Can I not remember a damn thing? There's no way I forgot one of the rings, right? I have both. They're just right there. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, like I said, for the very least, when it comes to finding, or when it comes to the next section that's going to come after this lady painted door, because spoiler alert, we're going to be leaving the hospital pretty soon. I like having I mean, I can always try to like just blind it again and see if I can figure it out that way, but having a little bit of a map thing on hand, just in case, to remember the exact roads to take, just to kind of save trouble, it's not too bad. What was that noise? I thought I just heard a sneeze. Not gonna lie, this actually kind of spooked me for a second. Not the thing I heard in real life, but the door almost, the wall. I keep hitting triangle to open up menu. Now you can tell I'm playing a lot of RE. I don't think you can combine the rings and then just put them in together. I don't think that works. But, So this is a fun little area that unfortunately can fuck up your Maria ending run if you're going for that. But I actually did get the Maria ending anyway, regardless. So this is going to be a scenario in which things can go pretty wrong if you're not careful. But then again, we are kind of just doing... Oops. Guess I probably should have read that. I think we go down to the basement. If I remember correctly. Yeah. So, yeah, this is one of those, like, I still ended up getting the Maria ending anyway. And real quick, I'll talk about the controller in just a second. I've always heard people say, like, they recommend you use, like, a various way of running here, because as you can tell, there's Pyramid Head. I love the little red lighting to it. It gives off like that very rusty vibe, and this is essentially why you kind of want to have, or why you kind of want to watch out, especially on hard. Well, actually, I think it's just mainly hard mode where Maria can actually die faster. But this scene can actually fuck up your Maria ending if she gets hit too many times or something like that. I like how bro's just... Not gonna lie, I think that's an HD problem. I don't think that was supposed to happen. No, I mean, like, the cutscene's supposed to... Like, the cutscene played out just fine. But for some reason, Pyramid Head was just right there behind her, didn't even move. And, you know, I've seen this scene quite a bit. To the point where you think I would remember where he's supposed to be at. I don't think he's supposed to be just standing right there, to be completely honest with you. So, anyway, more important things to talk about. So this controller I got, it's a third-party PS3 controller. I actually have another one that I ended up, I would say, let me turn down my mic a little bit because it's starting to kind of bug me a little bit. I'm worried about it being too high, peaking too much, but then it gets too quiet and it's like, because you know me, I like to be loud. But anyway, so my old, okay, I have like 3 PS3 controllers, mainly because I'm an idiot that kind of breaks his controllers. I had one specifically designed, well, to be played for Folklore, which is a game that requires the 6-axis, which is something I would like to have. Nah, no point. What do you mean it's fucking... Oh, that's right. I have to go to the director's office, I think, first. There should be a little cutscene I think it plays here. I think this should be the director's office. Yeah, because you grab this. See, I didn't even have to look up the fucking guide for that one. I just remembered it dead offhand. So we need to get there, which, granted, you can kind of find your own way there. Like, you know, it's not the hardest thing, because, like, it does tell you straight up on the map. It's just that, for me, I think it makes it, like, 10 times easier if I just have, like, a little bit of something on the side to tell me exactly which streets to go down. Just to make things a little faster for me. That's pretty much it. I was going to say, there should be a Laura cutscene coming up. Better go save her before Pyramid gets her. Alright, I think that's all you can pick up. Should be. Yeah, just follow the path, get the wrench, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I thought I saw some shotgun shells, but James is not looking at anything, so I think we're fine. Anywho, so, get this. I have a 6-axis controller that has like a busted up R1 thing. Like the R1 still works fine. It just has like a little bit of like the, I don't know what you'd call it, but like the chassis or trim or whatever it is around it, like a little bit of plastic around the button, not the button itself, but just the plastic part around it, broke off, and it's a little bit more annoying, and plus I have to have it always plugged in. There's always like that debate of, well, what's better, wireless or, you know, let me double check something real quick, see if this is going south or not. We gotta go south on Carroll, and then we gotta go east on Rindell. So we go this way, and I want to say right is east. East? I thought you said west. But there's going to be a ton of nurses outside. It's also super fucking dark. And it's kind of the main way of telling that something spooky's afoot, I guess you could say. As in, you are now basically in the other world. But real quick, back to the controller problems. So, my third-party controller, it's not exactly broken. I bought a second third-party controller because I thought it was getting drift. At least it felt like it was. I was playing a lot of God Hand, and I ended up, I guess you could say, breaking the controller. And, well, less so breaking it, more so thinking that I might have accidentally caused it a slight bit of drift. And for a game like God Hand, it is incredibly imperative that you have a controller that functions relatively normal and doesn't make you just dodge randomly. Because I was playing the game, this was a while ago actually, I was playing the game, you know, back on hard mode, and I just kept fucking, every once in a while, I might have accidentally probably flicked the stick too much to the point where, you know, maybe it could be one of those cases of a slight drift, but at the same time, I probably did, you know, hit it up, and then it just sort of kind of just ended up getting stuck in that position. So maybe less so drift. I don't know. But either way, regardless of what happened, the controller just seems like it's kind of a little wonky, and sometimes just I'll do an up dodge out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? That's not exactly what I wanted. It doesn't kill me per se, but at the same time, it's something I don't want to have happen. These are closers. Just ignore them. Yeah, okay. I think I'm getting hit. You can hit them, but in my honest opinion, there's just really no reason to. There's no reason to bother with this type of stuff. But, so I bought another third-party controller, like, a few months back. I just now opened it, like, I think yesterday or so. It's been a while, because I wanted to play, I wanted to keep it around for, you know, God Hand playing, to see if, oh yeah, if you come in here, there's actually a save spot. I'll show you. It gives me, like, Resident Evil 7 vibes, even though this game came first. But I don't know, whenever I see like a trailer with a save spot, I think Resident Evil 7. Would like to do that one day, we'll see. And just as Bar Neely's. And then of course you get your save point. So, you know, if you wanted to save the game now would be the time to do it. But anyway, back on topic. So, this new controller, this is the weird part. So, both third-party controllers are relatively about the same company, or design sort of the same. I think they actually are the same people, like T-Tech or whatever. When you're playing it, because when I'm playing God Hand, I'm playing on an emulated PS3, as in I'm playing the game that I bought digitally on PS3. And, alright, we go north on Neely. There's also, Neely's Bar right up there, too. And, yeah, it's made by the same company. So when you're playing a quote-unquote emulated game, or when you're playing a PS2 game or a PS1 game, the way these controllers work is that you have to, hit the PS button to turn them on. They constantly blink until you turn them on, and then they activate, whether it be first, second, third, or fourth. Kind of like an Xbox controller, where it has like a specific corner that it's just in. And these are called, I think, like TTX Tech, I guess, if you wanted to avoid that. Oh, you missed Sanders. Fuck. I'm going to have to go back. So, I mean, we could check Neely's Bar, I think, too, while we're over here. Just don't remember that offhand if it's right here or not. I think I would, but I don't. Well, I mean, there's this. And, yeah, that's closed. Okay. So, the annoying thing is... Okay, the thing right now is that the controller I'm using is my old third-party controller. And even though I'm not playing an emulated PS2 game on PS3, I'm still, for what it's worth, still using the controller. And it has, like, that little button press that's showcasing... Well, actually, no, I'm using the new one. What am I talking about? I just lied. I'm so sorry. I got confused for a second. This is the new third-party controller I'm using, not the old one. Regardless, it does activate, like, yeah, I'm first player, which is what I want it to do. Right? And that's, that's great and all. Blah, 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 yada, yada. So, great, right? I have controller that it's kind of weird sometimes, but it works. It works. Right now, it's working just perfect. It's working perfectly fine right now. I'm not having too much of a gripe with it or anything like that. So, we got to get up there to Rosewater. I don't, dead offhand, remember if we have to go fucking... God damn it, I don't know. So we got the ranch, I think. One sec. We're on Cats. Okay. I'm just double checking, go west till you reach Blue Creek. And then around this area. Large door in the middle of the road. Gotcha. Okay. So I was going the right way. I was just double checking, making sure that I was. And all that. And just being for sure that that's the direction. Or being for sure, where to go. Absolutely for sure. But anyway, so when I'm playing, let's say, a PS2 game, with my old third-party controller, it would just do the thing like it normally does, where like you hit the PS button, it says you're player 1, you're good to go. But for some fucking dumbass, I know it took me like 10, 20 minutes to get to this spot, but for some dumbass reason or whatever, my new third-party controller decides that it's going to keep blinking, even though I'm able to play, but it will never select that it's first player, or that's player 1. It's like, what the... why does it do that shit? So, I have no idea. It bugs the hell out of me. And I bought this new controller actually specifically to play, well, God Hand on my PS3 whenever it comes around to it. I do have God Hand on PS2 because I bought it, back in the day before it became just absolutely stupendously expensive for some reason or another. Which is funny because, like, even though the game physically is valued at like such a, I guess you could say quote unquote high value, in some spots, like I've seen it go for like 100. I think at one point it might have jumped up to like 300 on Amazon or whatever. I think it might jump back down. But I've seen it like 100 in a few spots. And I bought mine for like 20 back in the day, Which, in my opinion, like, God Hand's a great game and all, but if you're really looking to get God Hand, you're better off just buying the PS3 version of it instead, in my opinion. I mean, I have no qualms about it. I understand that in all technicality, there's apparently like a hint of lag or something to it, and I've never really run across that much in my playthroughs. By lag, I mean it's not exactly the most specific of inputs. I think like the inputs are like somewhat delayed or something. I don't know. I haven't played the PS2 one enough to kind of compare it, because I've always just kind of played it on PS3, really. That was, my first real exposure to it, and then I think around the same year that I bought it, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to buy the physical one, too. And then I was like, $20. I'm like, okay, cool. So you can tell this is, a ways ago. It was definitely a while ago, no doubt. But regardless, got my hands on it, and yeah. The thing is, too, it's not that I don't believe people when they say, like, oh, there's a little bit of latency to it, or, there's something wrong with the PS3 port of it or something. Because for me, like, I don't really notice that type of stuff much. And, like, I get it. Like, even a single frame of a fighting game can kind of fuck you over. Which, in all fairness, to be quite honest, God Hand basically is just a fighting game at that point. I mean, fighting games kind of stem from beat 'em ups anyway. It's just basically just a beat 'em up. So yeah, here's the angel statue. I know I kind of got lost. I'll show you where I'm at for those who are wondering. Basically around there, yeah. Also, fun little factoid about Silent Hill 2. So, notice how there's no enemies. Let me just double check these real quick just because. Yeah, it just fucking fast taps X. I don't like that. I don't like that one fucking bit. Wait, did I fuck up? Wait a minute. Oh, that... Hang on. No, that's right. We gotta do this first. I forgot. My bad. I keep thinking, like, oh, we have to use the wrench to dig it. Like, no. James could do that himself. He sticks his hands in the toilets all day. He can fucking dig up some dirt. He doesn't mind playing with poo. But yeah, like, oh, man. Oh, God, this game's so good. But, like, let me explain. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the intention's not what I think it is. But I feel like everything in Silent Hill 2, as far as I know, I'm gonna fucking hate the goddamn labyrinth. I just know I am. Everything in Silent Hill 2, as far as I'm aware, I think we have to get the historical district now, is relatively intentional. Why are there a bunch of nurses, and why is it so fucking dark? Well, that's the intention. And the thing I want to talk about is, like, look, there's no enemies in Rosewater. There's just none to be found. I could probably run around the entire fucking park if I wanted to, and there'd probably just be no enemies in sight. And I think that's such a cool attention to detail, and I'm so happy that Silent Hill 2 exists, because Silent Hill 2 is a great framework for what a good horror game is supposed to... Oh, it doesn't have to 100% copy or 100% be, but at the very least, this is what a good fucking Silent Hill should be like. Everything should just be intentional. Everything should be done on purpose, with a purpose, rather than just fuck you, the player. And what I'm trying to get at is, if Silent Hill 2, not counting the remake, if Silent Hill 2 was made today, like just straight up, this game specifically was made today, there'd be enemies everywhere. There'd be combat dodge rolls, Dark Souls style fucking combat shit. Again, excluding the Silent Hill 2 remake, which basically, I guess you could say, did that, but regardless of... I love the remake, so, that's my bias. It gets an exception. I'm just saying, like, if Silent Hill 2 was originally made right now, I feel like the passion and the concepts of what's going on were just not... If it was made by a modern AAA studio, more specifically, indie people, I think, probably at least have a bit better of a brain than modern AAA. But we're looking at Konami here, so like you kind of think to yourself AAA. But then again, like this was Team Silent, so I don't know. I don't know if Team Silent even is really AAA. I don't know if Silent Hill was like AAA dev stuff or not. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe like AA. I don't know. Fuck if I know. Regardless of what, Silent Hill 2 is damn near perfect. I like Silent Hill 1 as well, but Silent Hill 2 is just... It always does it for me. But, like, again, notice the attention to detail about certain things. There's certain places that are red. There's certain things that are just, like... Enemies just don't happen to be here. Like, hell. They're outside, right? There's, like, enemies all outside. But this is one of the other couple of safe havens for some odd-ass reason. And I want you to really kind of, you know... Oh my fucking god. Like, it's turboing in this shit. How do you turn that off? Like, I'm not even double-clicking the son of a bitch. Also, this is one of these types of controllers that has like this, like these really shitty off-brand third-party button type things where, I mean, yeah, the buttons work fine. It's, well, except for that X thing doing that weird shit with it. I'm talking about like the design. You know, you have your square and X and your circle and your triangle, but triangle for some reason is upside down and they're all just dots. But yeah, notice how, once again, that there's just, you know, for some odd-ass reason, there's just, nobody here. It's just me and James alone together. And then there's actually an item you can get for one of the endings. I think one of the I think it's for Resurrection or something like that. I forget. But everything, again, is intentional. And it's designed to be that way. And I feel like a game like fucking Downpour ruined that for me. Like, even if... Okay, you know what? Even if Downpour probably actually had a lot of intentional things happening in it. Because it's funny, like, I'll defend Homecoming. You know, I'll say, like, I like Homecoming enough. I'm not particularly going to say, like, it's the best, but still. Also, this has always been something that kind of fucked with me for a while. Because, like, if you really look at it, even though we're going downstairs, if you kind of squint your eyes a little bit, it looks like we're going upstairs, too. And maybe that's just me, you know, thinking a little too deep, giving too much credit, but if that's intentional, then that's good fucking design, is what that is. Imagine making a downward path that looks like it's not going anywhere. Or that it looks like it's going both up and down. That'd be fucking sick. If that was the case. So now we're in the Tolka prison. Strangely enough, not really a hard level, which it's so much more fucking hard to get through in the remake version. So I don't want to scare anybody. I really don't want to scare anybody into that, but in my honest opinion, I think it's a lot harder to kind of just do in remake versus this one. I don't remember that guy being there. I don't know why either. I'm missing something, aren't I? Yeah, because, hold on. Let me double check. Make sure I'm not... Maybe I'm not. I think that's the other... Okay. I thought you were dead. Like it matters. Oh, it's this area. Oh, I was confused for a second. I'm like, hold on. You know, I want to get my hands on that damn map. But it's like, oh, that's right. We gotta get to the prison area first. I mean, we are there, I think. But we gotta do all this shit first. And the cool part is about James is, okay, it's not like, I guess you could say cool part about him, but more specifically, a bit more of an interesting kind of thing to think about is the fact that, like, yes, he's willing enough to sacrifice himself for his wife. He's willing to go through all this random shit for his wife. regardless of what's going on. But at the same time, like, him jumping down holes, like, it doesn't seem like he's really thinking too hard about it. He just kind of just does it. Real quick, I have to listen in. What the? Why is it not doing it? Wait, hold on. Am I doing something wrong? It's not hitting X. Yeah, that's not it. Damn it. Where's that fucking thing? I think this is like a speedrunner's worst nightmare, isn't it? Do I even have the right weapon on? Oh, no. Uh-oh. We never got the metal pipe. Did I just soft lock the game? No, that's not possible, right? No, don't fucking tell me that shit. Oh, thank God. I missed the metal pipe. Which was, I think, there's like a truck stop place or something like that. There's like a truck you can go grab from. Oh my fuck! I knew I forgot some. I knew because I was running past that area around the bowling alley area when we went there, and then in the back of my head, I'm like, "Where's that fucking pipe?" Lo and behold, what do you know? I missed it. What a goddamn surprise that is. Also, you're going to want to go right first. And let me see. You're going to want to go, I think, this door first. Get ready for a... not wait, quick time event, but it'll say. Okay, what the fuck's going on with my controller? This thing's busted. Yeah, it's... it's a fucking piece of shit. It's funny, you go buy a new third-party controller and doesn't even work. I'm afraid to touch my PS3 in case, like, you know, Elgato might just fucking turn off. Hold on. Let me change controller settings because... fucking A, dude, you know? I mean, goddamn. There. This one feels kind of a bit more greasy, but... not a hell that'll take it. So, what happens now is your battery turns off, you can't turn it back on, but luckily, you have to grab this in order to continue. Then you gotta go up to this stop. James. Please stop fucking with me. So, pay attention to the numbers. See how, like, they're glowing? You want to input that number in that order, or whatever order. Whatever the correct order is, which... I think it might be the same order every single time. Oh, there we go. 319. There you go. And if you keep hitting X, you might accidentally kick a bug. Like it matters. Hold on. Stop. I keep hitting triangle. Maybe I'm not holding down the button long enough. I don't know. Where's that damn key at? There it goes. Okay. So you unlock this, and then you hit X again, and then you're gonna be able to jump down the hole again. The second hole to jump down, because James just, for some fucking reason, loves jumping down holes. But that's the thing, though, too, you gotta remember, is, like, there's two things you can kind of take from this. One, that looks like it's, you know, a vertical, like, not really a shaft, but like a normal hallway we're just falling down from. James, you know, you could take away the idea that he's just incredibly depressed, just doesn't care, possibly even suicidal. Which, you know, you could take that away from that. Or you can take away the idea that he's just kind of just like, you know what, this place is fucking weird anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if I could do that. You can't just go killing people, Eddie.
What do you mean just for that?
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
Well, yeah, why not? So now I always let people walk all over me.
It's just funny how Eddie just keeps randomly finding these people.
I was just joking, James.
And what I find even weirder is not only the fact that does he keep finding these random ass people that he can just fucking pop dead, but James is not wiser to the idea that, like, you know, with all the monsters running around and shit, like, what if that's a monster too? I mean, what's to say that it isn't? I think in here somewhere. Well, we need that. You need that. Gluttonous pig. Huh. Kind of a oddly specific thing in a very oddly specific place to just randomly be at. The thing is, like, I guess you could say, like, well, James sees the bodies and they look human. But I'm just saying that if I was in James' shoes at this point in time, this specific point in time, not any other point in time, just this one specific scenario, and then I leave. I'll go back to normal. In that specific scenario, my brain would think to itself, well, I mean, yeah, it looks like a human, but it probably fucking isn't. Where's that goddamn map? The map should have been back in the save room area. I think so. Oh, fuck, I don't know. There's some trays. You can't go in there because that's a thing that we can't do. That's save. That's dead body. Maybe the map was further in than I thought it was. Not like I really need it. I mean, I would love to have it. Don't get me wrong. It's just... I don't know. We'll start with clearing out a couple areas first that I either know about or whatever. I want to say that one of these doors you can actually go through. Because one of them we have to go into anyway, I think. At some point in time. Yeah, this was one of those cases of, like, I really fucking wish I had that damn map. But either I'm blind or stupid, one of the two, I don't know, and I didn't see the thing. Okay, there's just a guy. I don't know how I didn't just notice him right there. I mean, considering the fact that he fucking sprayed me down. Yeah, typically, whenever you pop about, 3 bullets into a guy, into a kick, it usually kills him. Are you looking at anything else, James? Because it looks like you are. I could always double back in the off chance that... Because, again, I would love to fucking have that map. I could just look it up. Make sure I didn't fucking miss it anywhere. Well, obviously I missed it because I don't have it. Because we're kind of, quote-unquote, deeper in. Which one was it? Here it is. Yeah, here we go. Okay, cool. Got the tablet. And then I think there's a few things you can kind of click on. Maybe. Oh no, we can't leave. Oh no, we can't leave. What do we do? What the fuck? We are stuck forever. This is one of those types of instances where I'm like, really? There you go. You click on it 4 times, you can leave. Now this side's unlocked, which I didn't even fucking know it was locked until now. Which leads back to, I think... Oh, here we go. There's that fucking map. It was around here goddamn somewhere. Depending on where we're at right now, I think we're... Okay, we're in the center-ish area. We're near the shower, which we have to go in there, which is to the right of me right now. There's 3 tablets, or is it 4? No, fuck off, game. I think it was 3. We had the oppressor, which I don't think that specifically told me anything crazy. Yeah, to get to the showers, there's like one. I think there's like one specific door that can be opened to get there. Or do you have to go around? I think you might have to go around to get to it, actually. Or no, I think it was just this one. Yeah. And then what you're gonna do when you get in the showers is clean yourself off and, you know, don't get butt fucked. But it's not that one. Damn it. Here it is. Next tablet. Tablet of the Seductress. But when you actually look at them, I think when you examine them, you can kind of see things on them. And I want to say down here is just nothing but probably like a jump scare. Jump scare as in like, oh no, it's a lying body. And you're like, oh fuck. Dude, fuck off. I'm so glad that Silent Hill 2 doesn't take on the same concept that Resident Evil does, where it's like, well, you fucking, you get grabbed once and then you're just fucking dead. You better induce combat to make sure that never happens. Okay, I'm not trying to shit on Resident Evil, I'm just saying that, oh yeah, we want to come here later. Because real quick, we want to go to this side first. Trust me, you're going to want to. There's a lighter in this room. Fuck, it was the other side. Well, whatever. Go grab the fucking lighter. You're going to want that. You're going to need all of it anyway, but still. Just go grab what you can. There should be a gun. We're gonna have to get the hunting rifle because I'm not fucking... I ain't doing without the hunting rifle. Alright, got that. Cool. That's 1 out of 2 we need. There's something more specific we need soon. I'm just going to double check some doors, make sure there's, you know, none of these doors that can just be entered through, and then we'll just end off the video and come back in the next one and continue through the Tulka prison thing. Okay, yeah, there's nothing in here. I don't think. I mean, I could... Before we actually end off, I could show you guys what I was talking about. With the tablets. Oh, here's a save room, actually. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Resident Evil's not bad. I'm just being silly, because like Silent Hill 2 was never really the combat-heavy one. Silent Hill was more so like that. And here is the oppressor. And it looks like he's grabbing boob with both hand and foot, possibly kicking lady. Here's the gluttonous pig, just some guy sitting on his ass eating. And then here's the seductress with boob. But yeah, you can kind of get an idea of like sort of who these people, I guess you could say, are, because like you had the oppressor, the seductress, and then the gluttonous pig, and it's like, well, who's the only humans we know? Like, we physically know ourselves. Put 2 and 2 together, and you kind of start to see some patterns. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let James take a little tinkle, and then while he does that, I'll end off the video, and we'll see you guys next time for some more Silent Hill 2. And as always, take care, everybody.